Hello everyone, my name is Snehaaigali, student of Sri Venkateshwar College of Engineering, Bangalore. Well, today I'll be discussing with you guys about object-oriented programming language, that is Java. In that, I'll be explaining you about how to create classes and objects in Java. We'll go through some examples with that. First up, let us begin with Introduction to Creating Classes and Objects in Java. Java, which is an object-oriented programming language, allows us to create classes and objects. A class is a blueprint or template for creating objects, while an object is an instance of class. Creating classes and objects in Java is essential for building a modular application. In that, first, let us see how to define a class in Java. To define a class in Java, we must use the keyword class, which is followed by the name of the class. What does class contains? It contains some variables, methods, constructors, and other classes. Here we have an example. We have declared or defined a class named car, which is public. In that, we have described some variables, which include brand, color, and year. Next up is how to create objects in Java. To create an object, we use the keyword new, which is followed by the name of the class, and then we have the parenthesis. Objects are created from classes and can be accessed by class variables and methods. For example, previously we have defined a class named car. So how we create an object is car, my car is equal to new car. That is, our object name my car is created. Next up, let us see how to access the class members. Class members such as variables, methods, etc. can be accessed using a dot operator. This dot operator is used on objects of the class. Now here we have an example, that is string car brand is equal to my car dot brand. That is, in previous example, we have declared or created an object called as my car, and the variable, that is brand, which is there in car class, is accessed using a dot operator. Now accessing a method, that is my car dot start engine. Here start engine is a method which is accessed using a dot operator on an object called my car. Next up, we have constructors in Java. A constructor is a special method that is used to initialize the objects. Constructors have same name as the class, but they do not have any return type. That is, it is a void. And then here we have an example, that is, we have a class named car, public class car, in which we have defined the variable called as brand. Next up, we have public car of string car brand, in which we assign brand is equal to car brand, in which brand stores the value of car brand. Next up, let us see how to use the constructors to create object. Constructors are used to create objects by providing initial value to their variables. Let us see through an example. Here, the car, which is our class, and my car, an object, which is created, that is by using new car of Hyundai. This will create a car object with a brand set to Hyundai. Now, next up, we have class methods in Java. Class methods are the methods that can be called on the class itself rather than on an instance of class. They are declared using the static keyword. Static keyword is used while creating class methods. For example, here we have created a public class called car, in which a variable is declared, that is public static of int count. Public static get count is a method which returns the count. Now here we have how to use the class methods. Class methods can be directly called on the class without creating an object. That is, to use a class, there is no necessity for the presence of an object. For example, here we have int car count is equal to car dot get count. This will return the value of the count variable for the class car. Next up is encapsulation in Java. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation is the concept of hiding the internal details of the class while providing the access through methods. That is, the internal details are hidden from the user, whereas the necessity part is provided to the user. It helps in maintaining data integrity and protects data from unauthorized from unauthorized access. Here we have an example for that, in which we have the class called car and we have declared the variable brand. Then we set a public string get brand as a method in which brand is returned. Then another class that is public void of set brand, in which we pass the argument as car brand. Then we assign car brand to the variable brand. The next is using encapsulation. How we can access encapsulation in Java? Encapsulation allows controlled access to class variables. For example, car, my car is equal to new car. Here we set the brand, that is my car.set brand of Toyota. String car brand is equal to my car.get brand returns the car brand which is previously set by the user. Next up is concept of inheritance in Java. What does inheritance mean? Inheritance is a mechanism where one class inherits the properties and methods of another class. That is, one class copies the details of another class. It allows code reuse and promotes the modular design. Now let us understand this with an example. Here we have a class named sports car, that is public class sports car extends car. Extends car is used to copy the details methods variables from the previously defined class, that is car. Then we have private boolean turbo. Other methods and variables specific to sports car. Next up is polymorphism in Java. Polymorphism is the one which allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of a common superclass. Polymorphism allows methods to be overridden and objects to be used interchangeably. For example, we have car, my car is equal to new sports car. Then we access a method that is start engine using a dot operator, my car dot start engine. The next up is abstraction in Java. Abstraction is a process of hiding unnecessary details and only exposing the essential features to the user. Abstraction helps in simplifying complex systems and it improves the code maintainability. For example, we have a public abstract class vehicle in which void start engine method is used. Now, using abstraction in Java. Abstract class can't be initialized, but they can be used as reference type. For example, vehicle, my vehicle is equal to new car. Here, my vehicle, we have created an object. Then using a dot operator, we access the method that is start engine. Now, as we have come to the conclusion, creating classes and objects in Java is essential for building modular and maintainable applications. Classes define the blueprint for objects, while objects are instances of classes. And Java provides features like constructors, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction to enhance the code organization and reusability. Well, that was some of the main topics which are included in Java for creating objects, classes, how to access methods and variables from the class. Thank you so much for watching.